Hi, welcome to this week's episode of the Pink Property Podcast. I'm Leo O'Brien, director here at David Lee, and this is my fellow director, David Kirby. How's your week been, mate?
Really good, yeah, nice busy week. So, like usual, we'll give you a quick feedback on what the week's looking like, business-wise. So, from the sales side of things, instructions has been quieter this week. So, new instructions to the market, people thinking about moving, just gone a little bit quieter. Probably time of year, I would think, leading up to Christmas. Maybe a bit of second lockdown has put a few people on pause as well. So that's where I think we are. Still good levels of business, but slightly lower. Sales still very busy. People buying properties, people fighting for properties still. We're getting some great prices for our vendors, which is obviously what we're here to do, which is fantastic. People still aiming for this stamp duty deadline at the end of March. So going back to instructions, actually, if you do want to sell and get a great price for your house, there are a lot of buyers that want to buy and still hit this stamp duty deadline, which is still achievable. So keep that in mind if you are thinking of moving, because if you wait until the new year to put your house on the market, you're going to struggle to hit that target. So yeah, sales great. Exchanges are finally coming through. Lots of people trying to move before Christmas.
I think the first 2 weeks of Christmas are going to be
unbelievable.
December rather, are going to be mental. I think
really crazy. 27th of November seems to be the date that everyone's aiming for at the moment. Removal companies are going to be busy. There's going to be a lot of key collections and a lot of people moving into their new houses, which is great. Which is a really exciting day for us. We love moving day. It's what people are here to do.
It's the culmination of all the efforts of sometimes months and months of efforts.
A lot of hard work from everyone, a lot of stress, and exciting from that side of things. Sale market good still, really positive, and the team are doing really well. Lettings market again busy. Every time we put something on the market, we have half a dozen good qualified tenants come and view in the first weekend. We usually get 2 or 3 offers from it, so that our landlords can choose the right tenant with our advice. So what a lovely place to be in for a landlord.
I see there's a bit of sort of stimulus sort of going back to the sales market this week as well. Accord have announced that they are coming back to doing 90% loan to value mortgages again. And hopefully that will just create a bit of a knock-on effect and some competition amongst the lenders to start moving back towards that 90% loan to value and allowing people to get going in the market, first time buyers to buy successfully, and keep that sort of entry level going really, and because without the bottom moving and the entry level properties, the rest of the system doesn't really move. So we need that to continue to be moving along and continue to be stimulated really.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been a really good week here in head office, and nice and busy. I understand you've been out and about a lot this week, Lee, with land and new homes. So tell us about your week. Yeah,
it's been a really busy one actually. It's been good. I've got a nice day ahead today. I'm taking a client over to see a brand new development that is about 2.5 to 3 weeks away. And essentially it's to give him a really good idea and indication of what the same developer is about to produce locally. So there's no better way of really getting comfort in buying off plan than to go and see something physical than the developer has already completed.
Good idea.
We're going over to see a fantastic new development this morning in Leytonstone to give the client a really good idea of what the guys are going to be able to produce for him at the new development out here, which is really good. I've been in the deepest, darkest Suffolk as well this week. We went out to have a look at a big site for a developer client of ours that's a local developer that's buying a site a bit further afield. He wanted us to go over and have a little look. Quite funny really, we brought the drone over to help and get some aerial shots, but when we went over there it was a complete no-fly zone, so we're all standing around watching, waiting for this drone to take off, and the thing just would not lift. And lo and behold, we're at the tail end of a military runway that I just didn't look up before we went. So yeah, a little bit embarrassing. But we didn't get the aerial shots, but we were able to see the site. It's going to be a fantastic development.
What's it for? What
it's going to be
numbers?
Well, at the moment the planning is for about 48 units, but we believe that the site can be optimised, and we could potentially see 50, maybe even 60 units on the site. So yeah, we're working together with him to try and help maximise the value of that site.
Good. Sort of mix of properties you think you'll get on it? Or?
Definitely. Yeah. Over that sort of scale, it's going to be 2s, 3s, 4 beds, I would say. A real mix through the development. It's got some lovely green space in it planned out already, which the developer wants to keep, and some wonderful outlooks in a really, really pretty village. So
and
quite
Suffolk
excited.
becoming more popular, I suppose, with people moving out of London, do you think?
Yeah, I think the distances that people are prepared to travel have completely changed now, and I think those areas, people will just centre themselves around the next biggest town, and whether that be Ipswich, depending on where you are in the region. But I think people will centre themselves, and actually transport links from there are really good. So good. You can still come back into London within a sort of hour and a half space. So if you do need to make those trips back into the Big Smoke, it's available to you, and you can do it.
Good.
And then the other exciting part this week is we've launched a development of 5 new barn-style properties in Elsenham, really near the golf club, and it's a lovely development. I've been working with the client for about a year, and there's a real mix of properties. So there's the 5 properties there. There's a huge 1,500 square foot duplex with beautiful big windows, lovely balcony. There's 3 large 5/6 bedroom barn style homes, and a brand new 4-bedroom bungalow, which I can't remember the last time we sold a brand new bungalow. It's just something that is so rare in the market, and I think they're priced really well. They're being built out to a really high quality and a nice convenient location there. So I'm really excited because we were able to get that launched at the back end of this week. So
the team were excited about it because when did you take them last week to have a look? And we were chatting about it in the morning meeting today. They're really keen to get those launched. We think we've probably got a couple of our clients that might be interested in certainly the big barn down there. So hopefully complete a chain on that for a client of ours. So I'm looking forward to seeing those. I haven't ventured out yet, so I'll go and have a look at those.
Good.
Good.
Excellent. And you were over at another site that we've been working on for a hell of a long time.
Another site that we've worked on for a long time. Big Victorian old manor house owned by a client of ours. Was originally going to convert them into apartments for sale, has now decided with the marketplace to convert and keep. So we're lucky enough to be able to market them for them. They're going to be 5, maybe 6 luxury apartments in an old converted manor house. They're going to be massive.
They're huge, aren't they? They're absolutely
3,000, 4,000 square foot. Big high ceilings. It feels like you're going into a stately home, and you're going to have a portion of that awesome house in a wicked location. So really excited to see those. I went down with James, our lettings manager, on Wednesday afternoon to have a look to see how they're coming along, and they're looking good. Kitchens are in the 2 top floor ones already. They're working on the middle floors next, and they're going to move down the building, but we should be launching the top 2 to begin with, probably in 2 or 3 weeks time. They'll be ready for occupation beginning of the next year. 2 at the top are going to be about £3,000 a month, but they're fantastic. Really awesome, unique, different. Just really excited to get hold of those. So we'll have more details of that probably in 3 or 4 weeks time.
Can't wait to see the videos on that one, Jack. You're going to like that one. Shooting that one
Absolutely.
property is going to be a pleasure. It's a wonderful spot. I saw the pictures of the atrium hallway that they'd open up with the skylight at the top, and it was just magnificent.
Full height, ground floor to the 3rd floor, full height with a big glass atrium at the top. Big staircase revolves around it. Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Be some lucky people to live there.
So very excited to photo that, launch that, get the videos with Jack, and show it off.
And launches, we've got our newest associate launching early part of next week. Sinead is starting her business in Great Bar, which in the Midlands there, which is actually really quite close to Katie, who's operating out of Walsall, and the ladies know each other from previous employment and are starting to build a real network around the Midlands there. So I'm really excited to see what they can do between them. They're really tenacious, hard-working ladies and really professional at what they do. So I've got high hopes for the movement and the business there, because I think that'll be really good. I think it'll be really good.
Super. So we asked if anyone had any questions last week for us, and one has come in to me straight after the podcast, which is from someone else in the industry, just asking about agency fees and how we work with agency fees. So they've asked, why isn't it a sliding scale for commission more popular with agencies? If agencies persuaded vendors of this option, would it hinder the agencies that deliberately overvalue to steal the instructions? So Lee, your thoughts on that one, please, mate?
I like the idea of sliding scale, and it is something that we do, but we do it rarely. We did it, funny enough, on a development that we sold just after we came out of the first lockdown, and we'd agreed our fee, and for every amount over and above that initial asking price that we had agreed with the client, we would receive a portion of that sum. So it's a really attractive proposition from an agency point of view. I just think you've got to get the numbers right. I think from a vendor's perspective, everybody needs to be realistic about the framing of the price bands and the fee levels. But if that is something that we can drive into sort of being more commonplace, I think that would be a really good thing, because we're mutually incentivized anyway in the way in which we charge our fees to get the client the maximum amount of money, but to be able to agree sensibly with a client as to where we feel the level is, and if we achieve over and above that through the marketing efforts that we put together. And so often we're creating competitive environments now with clients to be able to drive the maximum value for our sellers. To be able to share in that reward of those efforts, I think is a fantastic motivation and really incentivise it. And if we can drive out overvaluing, that is something that certainly can kill the market. I mean, we've got a prime example on the market this week, which we've reshot, and we've put a new video together, and we're really trying to assist the client in their marketing. But the marketing price that we have the property at the moment is £75,000 less than it was marketed with another agent. And I'm sorry, but it was just simply sort of an error on their part. They have completely overvalued that and over-egged the pudding, and created expectations from the vendor that were unrealistic. And it's not their fault. They've called out this supposed professional to give them advice, and they've really misguided them. So we are in a position where we're sort of readjusting the marketing, repositioning it from a price point, and my team are working really, really hard now to drive activity and bring new customers to this actually a fantastic property. It was just sitting in the wrong price band. So if we can try and get some more sort of straightforward pricing in the market, I think that would be a good thing. I really do.
Yeah, super. Yeah, good answer.
And second question we got came through on Facebook, and it was, is now a good time to buy for a first-time buyer?
Yeah, I think every time's a good time to buy if you're a first-time buyer. It doesn't happen very often that you're financially in a position to buy your first house. So having the right deposit together, being able to borrow the money you want to borrow. I do feel too many first-time buyers are too concerned about market conditions. We don't know what the market's doing. You don't know what it's going to look like in 6 months' time. So actually, if you want to buy something, you're in a position to afford it and be able to buy it and can afford to buy it, go and buy it. You know,
get on that ladder. Is the market a bit of a fool's game if you're buying your home?
Like, it's a risk, isn't it? It's like buying shares. It's just a gamble. It is a gamble. House prices fluctuate, but at the end of the day, house prices will always go up, or always have gone up. So, I think if you want to buy and you can afford to, and it's your time, get in and buy.
Yeah.
Be sensible. Yeah, do your research, make sure you've viewed a decent number of houses and that you're comfortable in what properties are worth and what you should get for your money. But if you find one that you like, that you think is the right sort of money, go in and buy. Stamp duty is still, free at the moment, up to £500,000. So you can win on that side of things. If you're in a position you want to buy, go and do it.
No, I agree. Brilliant. Well, look, that's great. Thank you for those questions. And please, if there is any other questions, shoot us a message on any of the channels that we post out through, and we'll try to cover them next week.
Cool.
That's good. Thanks so much. Enjoy your
Thanks so
Sunday.
much.
Cheers.
Have a good week. See ya.